Race. Truly, there is only one human race, but we have divided human races up into three sub-races, which are the Negroids, the Mongoloids, and the Caucasoids. So, there's a way that each get back into their true nature rather than transhumanism. For the blacks or those with Negroid, one drop of Negroid ascendants, you have just to remembering that all of these religions and all of these cultures and all these traditions, everything that you actually see on Earth actually comes from the Negroid. They were the first grafted on this planet. So everything that you see from religion to language to architecture comes from the Negroid. That's the main thing that the Negroid needs to remember. Anybody that has any of that blood in them. And then for the Caucasoid and the Mongoloid, the main thing to remember is that, you're more newer here, so it's easier for you to be robotic. And so just try your best, even though you're more newly grafted here, and I'm just talking about like the physical avatars. I'm not talking about your soul, which is ancient and timeless. Just talking about the avatars that you're embodying. Just remember, it's easier on this planet to act like a robot with those avatars. With less melanin, it's easier to act like a standard what we know robot. Be very programmable, be very unconscious in your subconscious. All right? So, we know that there is an end coming, but the end is always the beginning. And what that is a crystalline matrix. See, we already are living inside of a crystalline matrix. Think about it. Our bodies naturally work off of piezoelectrical crystals to give us consciousness or awareness through these avatars. Same thing with the devices that we use, like this phone that you're looking through. It's crystalline format, right? And so it's transhumanism versus nature humanism. It's already going to be a crystalline matrix. Our bodies are naturally mutating towards more silica, more crystalline, rather than carbon. It's exchanging the 666 for the 14. All right. And so it's just a matter of knowing where you want to go. Do you want to be more AI? Or do you want to be more nature, what the actual Fibonacci of this planet already is? Regardless, you're going to become more crystalline. Whether it's through technology, external technology, or internal technology. Regardless, you're going to, that's the revelation. That's the Christ. The crystalline is the Christ coming back, but it's not necessarily saying everybody's going to be the same. That's why there's a great divide that happens in those revelations. There's a great divide because some people will become robots, more and more robotic, and then some people will go more into nature and just let nature crystallize them. They'll let the nature of their bodies and their natural reality crystallize. Okay? So the revelation is here. We have a choice. The end is here now, and Armageddon's here now, and it's our choice to become crystallized from what we already have in nature that already is, or the new technology that will be presented to you that kind of does it for you, that programs your subconscious for you, that allows you to be a robot and live in your robot heaven. That's pretty much what it is. It's either nature heaven or robot heaven. All right? So praises and cheers. That's what it is for today. I'm going to go ahead and fix this bun. And Yeah, it's just like blacks, anybody that has one drop of Negroid in their avatar, just know that every single thing comes from, cultures that were dark skinned. Like everything, not one thing that doesn't come from it. All technologies, all thoughts on this plane come from that. If not, you'll act like a robot for sure. And then anybody with any Mongoloid and Caucasoid drops in their phenotypical makeup, just know that you're very susceptible to becoming very programmable like a robot. So just try your hardest to not be robotic, unless that's your choice, is just to go the robot way, go the Gigi way. You can go the Gigi way and just let Marduk, go ahead and trade him your nature for his paradise. You can go that way too, but it's up to you. There's a polar force here. There's that ability to understand that you can survive very well in nature and thrive very well in a paradise called Earth, in different forms of nature, or not. You can go deeper into the realms of technology and what they have to offer. So nature already has a lot to offer. There's multi-dimensional multiverses that there is to offer to you. Plenty of multiverses and multi-dimensions that natural Fibonacci offers to you. The natural code of your crystalline body that is getting more and more crystalline, so you get to actually access higher octaves more accessibly. There's that for you. Or whatever, what they call the beast, the carbon. So the beast, you got to know that the beast is trying to keep you more carbon strained rather than allowing your crystalline to naturally mutate. The beast is like 666. You say this level of crystallization will cover the rest of the crystallization for you. You don't get the Christ consciousness Kundalini codes by yourself, by your own crystals. You don't amplify your piezoelectricity. We will do that for you. We will give you the multiverses that we want to give you. And this has been a part of a process for, almost 400,000 years. A part of a 400,000 year war going on between agendas on this planet and many others. So you get to kind of choose, and it's just something that is available for you. Both ways are change is happening both ways, but it's just really up to you whether you choose to go more towards nature or more towards the pill bottle version of nature, which is technology, modern day technology that's external science rather than ancient science, and a gnosis of where this ancient science comes from, to be able to study nature and study the depths of how much you can increase your intelligence so that you can study deeper the actual facts of how we came to, in a linear fashion, be where we're at now. And just allow that to give you a perspective. Honestly, fellas and ladies, just allow that to give you a perspective of what you want to choose. There is a subtle merger of the two. Like, I'm using that phone right now and I'm wearing shoes right now. There's a subtle merger of the two, but you have to know how to really optimize the paradise within the nature version if you want to go that direction, and vice versa. If you want to go the technological direction, which is really against the grain, and it really gives the option, but you really have to finesse that like a master mason, a master architect, somebody that really knows vortex mathematics and, you know, electrodynamics, you know. And then there's a fine mixture of the two as well that allows you to, you know, blend the two up in a certain way, you know. But what they say is that one man cannot serve two masters, right? Is one man cannot serve two minds. So the nature on this planet already has a mind of itself, and then there's a mind that manipulates nature and manipulates the crystalline matrix that we're moving more towards. And so it's just really up to you. There is a Tao and there's a path of least resistance that nature has already here, because this planet has at least been around for 76 trillion years. So 400,000 year war isn't really that much. When you really think about it, it's really not that much, you know, comparable to the path of least resistance. And of course, there's been many different seedings here along the way. So there's just a lot to, you know, comprehend as far as like, do you really want to go the path of nature, or do you want to go the path of what's being offered to you by the Monopoly game? Because it really is just a Monopoly game saying, hey, you can play in this paradise. Just play our Monopoly, play our fame game, play our money games, you know, play our vanity games, and, you know, you can get these powers that we can one day, on our own timing, bestow onto you. Or you can play in the crystalline matrix, get out in nature every single day and night, and see what upgrades you can get just by being immersed in the growth of what the natural phi sequence of this universe, this particular universe, has been working with and growing with for, you know, 76 trillion years with this earth alone. All right, so that's a little 76 trillion year crystalline matrix choice preview to obviously a bigger lecture or lesson that we can tap in together, family. But until then, praises and cheers. May your decisions be whole and based in something that you can stand upon.